Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Jake with Mind Over Mind, and New Year's came early. Today I'm going to be reviewing Umarak The Hunter, a Bionicle 2016 set. Without any further delay, let's go ahead and cue the speed build. And here he is, Umarak The Hunter. A great set, and I couldn't be happier with him. Actually, one of the things that I was worried about was his horns. Even though his horns are massive, I was very skeptical about them with the preliminary pictures and the concept art and everything like that. But now that I have him in person, I couldn't imagine, his head being topped off with any other equipment or gear. I really like the subtle things that they have added to this set to actually show that he's a hunter. For example, those bear trap pieces on his shoulders, the chain hanging down, and I love this secondary weapon that he has kind of like on his side. And also it's like this thing is like a speed loader for his stud launcher, which is awesome. Of course, he has a bow and stud launcher, which is very cool, but for me, I've kind of had a hard time posing the right hand. It's kind of awkward the way he's holding it, and it's hard to get it, in a position. I mean, that kind of looks awkward if you ask me. But his color scheme I'm very happy with. I really thought it'd be kind of all over the place and just really cluttered, but it's very consistent. I mean, it's black with light to lime green, darkish translucent pieces, and he's accented with these maroon pieces. I really thought there'd be a lot more, red and things like that to throw it off, but it's awesome. I wasn't able to get a clear gauge on his mask before picking it up, but you can kind of see that he has this kind of mouth groove here, and it's very interesting because it looks kind of shattered, like he has a broken jaw, and it's kind of just hanging down there. I like the lime green accenting colors. I just love it when masks blend a darker color with a lime green color. It really contrasts the two, and it's very complimentary. Of course, the set also comes with the Mask of Control. This is the mask Makuta was shown wearing with in the mini webisodes, I guess like the pilot introduction reveal episode. It has a lot of detailing like shown on the Mask of Creation, but it has changed a lot since we've seen it in the cartoons. And I kind of wish it had stayed more reminiscent of the source material with the cartoons, but it's a nice mask. I wish there were kind of more runes to fill the smooth part on top, but you know what, it's a pretty good mask for what we have right now. I like it a lot. Of course, Umarak The Hunter demonstrates a new headpiece, or eye stalk rather. It has a very reduced, I guess, protruding element on the back, so it's much harder to knock off the mask. Of course, when I place the mask on his head, you really have to grab the back and really push the back. It's less vulnerable to the displaying problem we would always have, where we'd accidentally bump the back of the head and sending the mask flying. So it's not as prone to that as previous iterations of the helmet or the headpiece itself. So that's nice. I really like that, and I'm just glad that LEGO has been listening to us. The main thing that I want to talk about, or at least one of the main things, I really like this new chest print that they have going. It has kind of like a fur texture on there. It really shows that he is a hunter, but the weirdest part is that it has a mouth right here with these kind of fangs. It reminds me of the Lord of Skull Spiders, and I wonder what kind of things we're gonna get out of that story-wise. Is that actually his mouth and that's where he talks out of? Because this mouth right here is broken. I don't know, time will tell. Or is it just a beast that he has slain and it's just, sitting there? Like he's wearing the face of a creature as a prized possession. I don't know, there's a lot of theories out there, and I can't wait to see what the truth is. Of course, he has this side holster weapon that he can easily detach and use as a spear. And of course, like I said, he has these extra ammunition studs for when he runs out of arrows, quote unquote, for his bow, his stud launcher. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do a full 360-degree turn. Of course, we've gone over the front extensively, but the back is something that I really want to show off. There are 2 exposed pens right there, but I could only assume that that's where the creature sets will fit on to form the Uniter combo sets. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited to get my creature sets so I can go ahead and attach them on there. The creature of jungle looks really, really cool attached to this guy, as does the creature of fire. So I'm really excited to see the variations. Now, of course, one of the selling points for the Bionicle 2016 sets are their new function. So let's go ahead and take a look down below. We see this knob on his lower back, and when turned, it rotates his torso side to side, like one of the Dark Hunters from the original Bionicle generation series sets. So it really reminds me of that, but it's done pretty well here. I like it. And a big concern that I had was, locking it in place. Would there be a mechanism that would, lock it in place so it wouldn't flail all the way like around like crazy? You know what I mean? Like it would be too smooth. But here it's a friction gear system. So wherever you leave it, it's gonna stay there. It has some crazy friction, and I'm really happy with the result. So it's really cool to pose Umarak this way. You can go ahead and stick him in a pose looking left or right, and it really it adds a lot of potential for posability. I really like what they've done with this, and he could be turning this way. This is something that we haven't really seen before in LEGO Bionicle sets. Besides the Dark Hunter set Kreka from the first generation of Bionicle. But it's very cool. I'm very impressed with the range of motion as well. Now his shoulders are kind of posable. They do move back and forth, but they don't really move side to side because they will start to run into this chest piece. You can angle them pretty well though to cover whatever you think he may need. But I just really like that they have that feature so you can go ahead and pose them how you wish. Let's go ahead and arm Umarak with his secondary weapon. So we're gonna take off the bow from this hand, and we're gonna take off the bow from this hand as well. So now we're gonna go ahead and pull the secondary spear off of his holster-like side piece. And now we're just gonna take a simple axle piece right here. We're gonna take one of these other axles out of his hand, replace it with the black one, and there you go. He has his secondary spear, and he's ready to defend/attack his enemies. So there you go. That's a secondary weapon. Very cool stuff. Like that a lot. Just the fact that they give us the option to equip a second weapon, like the Skull Warrior. That's just super cool to me. Good catch. But I really like that feature a lot. Let's go ahead and look at the bottom side of this set. Now, if you guys have seen my top 5 Bionicle video that I personally own, you guys know that I love it when Bionicle adds these types of things, or LEGO specifically. At least Takanuva and Brutaka use this piston system, but here it's a little bit more simplified, but it does the same job. You can go ahead and rotate the foot back and forth, which causes that extra piece, that jointed piece, that double jointed piece to move along with it. Very cool. I don't know why, that just grinds my gears in the good way, if that's possible, but I don't know. We'll see how those parts hold up over time and if they actually stay durable and sturdy. Of course, Umarak also comes with the Mask of Control, which we talked about a little bit earlier. So let's go ahead and see what Umarak looks like when wielding this legendary piece of equipment. In my opinion, it looks really cool on this guy. It really looks like it fits. I mean, it's a very menacing mask, and it's something that I can see me putting on the shelf with Umarak on his face. I almost like it better than his actual face. It's very, I don't know, I was very indifferent about the mask until I put it on the figure itself. And he just looks mean now. He looks like he's ready for something. I don't know how to describe it, but it looks great. And I love the eye slits, especially on this mask. Looks very, very ominous and menacing. Now, Umarak has another feature, believe it or not. We're gonna go ahead and take off his claw pieces from his feet. Then we're gonna take off his shoulder pieces, put those together using some of the extra parts that Umarak comes with, attach the eyepiece to the front and the chain piece to the back, and then attach those claw pieces. And now Umarak has a little minion to go with. This is really cool. I actually don't see myself ever doing this because it takes away from Umarak's ominous appearance, but the fact that this option is there is super cool to me. Kudos, LEGO. So that's about it for Umarak the Hunter. What do you think about this set? Do you like it? Do you want it? Do you already have it? Let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely have a lot of fun reading those. Let me know if you got to the end of the video by answering this one question: which 2016 set are you the most excited for? The next set I'm going to be reviewing is Tuatahu. With that being said, this has been Jake with Mind Over Mind, signing off.